Hi guys, in this video I'll be talking about question 3 and question 4. So, question 3, we have 4v squared plus 4v plus 1 equals negative 4. So again, we have to get this in standard form. So I'm going to add my 4 over and get 4v squared plus 4v plus 5 equals 0. I'm going to establish my a, which is 4, b, which is 4, and c, which is 5. I'm going to plug this into the quadratic formula. Okay, so I get x equals negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 squared minus 2 times 4, minus 4 times 4 times 5 all over 2 times 4. Take what's inside the radical and plug that into your calculator. You get 4 squared minus 4 times 4 times 5. I get negative 64. Okay, oops. So x equals negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 64. Oh, lies, sorry. Negative 64 divided by 8. Okay? So I can reduce this down. Square root of 64 is just 8, right? So we have negative 4 plus or minus 8i over 8. So I'm going to split still before I reduce. So x equals negative 4 over 8 plus or minus 8 over 8, 8i over 8. The 4 cancels with the 8, and a 2 is left over. The 8's cancel. So I get x equals negative 1/2 plus I, and then x equals negative 1/2 minus I. Okay? And just remember, imaginary numbers, when our answers are imaginary numbers on the graph looks like this. It doesn't cross the x-axis in our real number system, okay, in this real number plane. So that's why they're imaginary. It could look like this, looks like this, looks like this. It's just not going to cross the x-axis. So it exists in the imaginary plane, but not just our regular x-y coordinate plane. Okay? Okay, last one. We have 4n squared minus 2n plus 6 equals 5. So again, I'm going to get it in standard form and subtract the 5 over. 4n squared minus 2n plus 1 equals 0. The quadratic formula I'll just write in the corner just for your reference, and our reference I should say. My a value is 4, my b value is negative 2, and my c value is 1. So b is negative this time, okay? That's important to know. So x equals negative b. So it's going to be a negative 2, which is going to turn to a positive, okay? So we'll change that to a positive in a second. Then I have negative 2 squared. I'm going to put that in parentheses because if you don't, your calculator will read it like this. And we don't want that, okay? That's not correct. We want the negative to be squared as well. Minus 4 times 1, all over 2 times 4. Okay, so inside your calculator, inside the radical, put that into your calculator, square that negative, so put it in parentheses. 2 squared minus 4 times 1. You get negative 12. So x equals 2, changes to positive, square root of 12 over 8. Negative 12, sorry. So again, if you need to create this list, I'm going to stop there because 16 is definitely not a factor. 9's not a factor. Oh, I know 4 is a factor of 12. Okay. So this is going to be square root of 4, square root of 3. So x equals 2 plus or minus 2i. I'm pulling out this negative, so that's where the I comes from. Square root of 4 is 2. What's left over? Square root of 3. And it's all over 8. So we need real then imaginary, right? And we also have to reduce. So let's split fill it. 2 over 8 plus or minus 2i over 8. Oh, sorry. 2i times square root of 3 over 8. There we go. 2's cancel, so you're left with 4. 2's cancel, you're left with 4. So we have 1. Oops, lies. X equals, there we go. 1/4 plus I square root of 3 over 4. And X equals 1/4 minus I square root of 3 over 4. And those are your answers.